You know what else is about to become a political issue? It's already a political issue in Canada. The Bible. Now, why do you think so many pastors are silent? Why are they silent now on some of the biggest issues of the day? Afraid of uproar in the congregation, money, you're saying. And pastors have a hard job, but the issues of the day, people say, well, you can't get political, right? You can't get political. First of all, I don't know why people say that. Why not? Is it important how you're governed? Of course it is, right? Does our ability to preach and live the gospel, is that affected by politics? Of course it is. Should we be against people that are, well, if we go back 160 years ago, should we have preached against slavery? Should we have preached against abortion? Should we seek justice where injustice is done? Of course we should. But some people don't want to do that. In fact, you know what keeps moving? The line as to what is political and what isn't. I mean, 20 years ago, would marriage be a political issue? No. 60 years ago, was abortion a political issue? No. You know what's actually a political issue now? What your gender is. That there are men and women. That's a political issue now. You know what else is about to become a political issue? It's already a political issue in Canada. The Bible. The Bible is a political issue because there are some things you can't preach in Canada without potentially being punished for. Are pastors going to continually say, oh, that's political now, we can't talk about that. Oh, that's political now, we can't talk about that. Oh, that's political now. Now the Bible's political, we can't talk about that either. Do you know what I think the real problem is? I think the real problem is that in America, we've bought into the idea that the church is for unbelievers. According to the Bible, the church is for believers. The purpose of the church is to equip the saints to do ministry, which is what Ephesians 4 says. But if you're speaking to a mixed congregation, you're going to preach in many cases to the lowest common denominator. And if you don't want to lose anybody in your congregation, then you might not preach on the hard issues. You might steer away from what people really need to hear because you're trying to keep a group. You're not trying to disciple people.